Welcome to latest News Blaster. In a story that is sending shockwaves through scientific communities, space agencies and global media outlets, a mystery that began in 2017 has suddenly resurfaced with terrifying intensity. Astronomers who had long stopped tracking the interstellar visitor known as Oumuamua, the first confirmed object from outside our solar system, are now scrambling to understand a new and disturbing phenomenon. Oumuamua has returned, and it is no longer alone. For years, researchers debated whether Oumuamua was an asteroid, a comet, a shard of a destroyed exoplanet, or something far more advanced, an alien probe silently passing through our solar system. Its strange acceleration, metallic reflectivity, cigar-like shape, and erratic motion sparked endless speculation. But after it left Earth's vicinity, disappearing into the dark wilderness of space, many assumed the debate was over. The mystery, they thought, would remain unanswered forever. They were wrong. Late last night, a quiet alert triggered inside a monitoring system overseen by a small group of astronomers contracted with NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office. A faint object, long, thin, rotating, and reflecting light in the same eerie way Oumuamua once did, had re-entered the reach of their telescopes. But as the data streamed in, a silent dread filled the room. This object wasn't approaching alone. It was accompanied by three smaller objects, moving in perfect formation behind it, objects that did not match the pattern of debris, dust, or natural space fragments. Their synchronized behavior was unnerving, their coordinated path even more so. And their speed, eerily similar to Oumuamua's reported non-gravitational acceleration, sent a cold shock through every expert watching the monitor. By dawn, word had already reached one of the few people on Earth known to obsessively track interstellar anomalies, Elon Musk. According to internal sources, people who requested anonymity because they were not authorized to speak, Musk immediately convened a closed-door gathering with SpaceX's best orbital analysts and Starlink deep space communication engineers. The meeting reportedly continued for nearly 6 hours, with Musk pacing, scribbling calculations, reviewing trajectory maps, and silently watching live feeds arriving from multiple telescopes around the world. By early morning, he broke his silence with a brief but alarming internal statement. "This changes everything. Oumuamua is back, and it brought company." Scientists across the globe have been thrown into panic mode. Telegram groups, encrypted email threads, and Slack channels among astronomers are filled with frantic conversations, contradictory theories, and one terrifying possibility. What if Oumuamua wasn't drifting? What if it was scouting? As the world tries to understand how something like this could even happen, experts are digging through old archives from the 2017 observations, trying to determine whether Oumuamua's first visit was simply a passing curiosity, or a reconnaissance mission whose next phase has just begun. To appreciate why this is so shocking, we must revisit some of the strangest details about Oumuamua, facts that scientists now fear may not have been random at all. When it was first detected by the Pan-STARRS telescope in Hawaii, Oumuamua displayed a rotation speed so extreme that no known asteroid or comet could survive such stress without breaking apart. Yet it remained intact. It also reflected light in a way that suggested a metallic surface, something that natural objects rarely display. Even more troubling was its acceleration. As it exited the solar system, Oumuamua sped up, subtly but unmistakably, without any visible tail or gas jets that usually cause comets to accelerate. This was so unusual that Avi Loeb, a respected astrophysicist from Harvard, publicly suggested that Oumuamua might not be natural at all. He proposed it could be a light sail, an extremely thin metallic sheet designed to travel between star systems. His claims were mocked at the time. But today, those same skeptics are suddenly quiet. Now, with Oumuamua returning alongside multiple smaller companions, Loeb's theory doesn't seem outrageous. It seems terrifyingly plausible. Astronomers reviewing the new data say the returning object matches Oumuamua's profile almost perfectly. Same elongated shape, same rotation pattern, same bizarre brightness fluctuations, but the three smaller objects behind it are the real puzzle. They are spherical in shape, each reflecting light differently. They do not rotate. And they appear to be maintaining equal distance from each other, as though held in formation by something. either their own propulsion or an external force. This is not behavior observed in natural space debris. As the news leaked through insider circles, speculative theories exploded across the scientific community. Some believe the smaller objects could be fragments that broke off from the main body. Others think they could be dust clusters. But the most unsettling theory is gaining traction. The smaller objects are probes. If true, this would mean Oumuamua isn't just returning, it is deploying. This possibility is exactly why SpaceX's engineers are reportedly working around the clock. According to sources familiar with Musk's private communications, he wants to determine whether the objects are passive or active. Are they simply drifting along, or are they scanning, observing, recording? One source claims that Musk ordered Starlink's deep space antenna array to be reconfigured for long-range passive listening, a move typically reserved for classified US government operations. Starlink's vast network of satellites could theoretically pick up unusual radio signals or electromagnetic patterns emitted by objects in deep space. But Musk is not the only one concerned. Quiet panic is spreading through NASA, ESA, and independent observatories around the world. Several astronomers have privately admitted they have never seen anything like this. One described it as a coordinated engine-less glide through the solar system, something impossible for natural objects. And while officials attempt to prevent public alarm by withholding details until they have a clear explanation, leaks are multiplying by the hour. Every new observation raises more questions and dissolves old assumptions. Why did Oumuamua leave, only to return? Why is it moving slower this time, as if allowing itself to be tracked more easily? Why is it accompanied by objects that appear to be moving with purpose? And perhaps most chilling of all, why is it heading closer to Earth's orbital path than ever before? Current projections show that the Oumuamua cluster will pass near Earth's orbit, not a collision course, but close enough for major observation. If its trajectory continues to shift, the objects could move even nearer. Some scientists fear that the formation is adjusting its path intentionally, responding to gravitational cues in a way that suggests navigation, not random motion. Others argue that while natural forces can explain some aspects, the combination of behaviors does not fit any known category. Elon Musk's involvement has amplified global attention. He has a long history of publicly discussing extraterrestrial life, often joking about aliens but just as often hinting that the universe is filled with mysteries far beyond our understanding. In interviews, he has remarked that if aliens wanted to visit Earth, humanity might be too primitive to detect them until they were already here. Now, behind closed doors, Musk is reportedly far more serious. His latest messages to his internal teams describe the situation as a moment that demands absolute precision and zero panic. Within SpaceX headquarters, engineers are now analyzing whether the returning objects could be sending or receiving signals. If electromagnetic patterns are detected,